And there we go. We're going to record this, going to be on live stream and everybody's going to see you. Just kidding. So right, stand up. We're going to stand up. Just maybe just flip your camera a little bit like that. Nice. We're talking about a nice big shoulder roll, shoulders up, back and down. It's Thursday in the morning. We need to wake up our body. Shoulders make nice, long, big circles. Front, up and back, front, up and back. Now to the back and to the front. I like to use this one as if I'm wearing crutches, and I'm using the crutches to really let the big circle in my arms, right? Coming all the way from the armpit, lifting and rolling forward. Now this stimulates a little bit muscles in the neck. So let's keep the shoulders down and let's work on that neck. Moving your ear to the shoulders, side to side. Then saying no. Look to the left, look to the right. Then say yes, but just like to the front and down, to the front and down. Don't go too much to the back. Just up and down. Okay, and now we're gonna kind of a pendulum from one side to another. Pendulum. And then at one point, if you want to continue the circle, just be mindful. Sometimes when we go back, we pinch some of the cervical, so you don't want to pinch too hard. Just be very mindful. Change direction. Nice. So we're moving now the spine from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to start moving from the center. So from the center, when my Adidas shirt logo is, it's like I want to twist to one side, lift my right side and drop my left. And then I twist from here, from the center of my heart, and I twist to the other side. And I'm always thinking there's something here that I'm twisting. We'll start talking about extensions and contractions, but this contraction is not too tight. It's also trying to lengthen. So I'm always trying to go up and to the side. I'm going up and to the side. Okay, now we're gonna do that, but rolling down. So I'm gonna start rolling my chin in. Imagine something is pulling your head up, but your nose is going down. And my back is going up and my head is going down. And I reached always all the way, whatever I feel okay. And then I start rolling myself up again, building my spine one vertebra at a time. Allow your spine to open. Allow your vertebrae to open. And I like to think like there's a geyser on the ground that is pushing my tummy to the ceiling the whole time. This geyser is always pressing from my rib cage. So I have this hollow feeling, allowing my lower back to really open. Okay, one more time, and really enjoy this opening of the back muscles. Shoulder blades, trapezius, everything around that area, lower back, hips open, and round yourself up. So now we're gonna try to open the front line. So just put your hands on your rib cage, flip it like a lampshade, that the lampshade of your rib cage wants to point forward, and then allow it to lift and open, then come back to the ground. Again, take the lampshade of your rib cage, lift it up and open. Lift it up and open. So it's going upwards and then to the back. Feel how your tummy lengthens. And I like to call this like a zipper jacket. So this is pulling down and this is pulling up. Like when you zip your jacket, dropping the pelvic floor and lifting the sternum. Nice. Come down, shake it up. Now we're going to move the lower back and the hips. So this is a very nice tilting of the hip, like salsa dancing or twerking. Whatever you want to call this one, you really want, it's really good for twerking. Just you want to flip and rotate the sit bones, front and back. Your knees are soft. You want to go a little bit of sideways, like no kidding. This is like dancing. Yes. Very nice. Nice rhythm, Sarah. All right, we want to now find somewhere in the center where our hips are balanced between both feet, front and back, okay? We're going to start moving our knees now. So we're going to move the hips back and down, and I'll bring our arms forward to balance. How deep I want to go, it's up to you. You can stay above the knee line or to the knee line. And now that we're starting using more our body, you can notice your breath now is demanding. So nose inhale, mouth exhale the whole time to control your breath. And then allow the core also to expand and contract as you're doing this. Yeah? My knees go forward, my toes are forward, my arms are forward, my hips go back, and I try to lengthen again. I want to lengthen the head to one direction and my tailbone to the other direction. And I'm always thinking this nice and long. Now that we're working from home, let me keep going. Let me give you a little tool, a little advice that you can use. You can take any broomstick and just place it between your head and your tailbone so that when you are going down, you want to try to keep that nice long spine. You can see from here that I want to have my spine a little curved here, but my head, my shoulders, and my hips are on the same line. And the broomstick is going to help me keep my nice alignment from the standing into the squatting. You can try this at home next time with your broomstick. All right. So we keep that pelvic floor rotating. We're going to stay down here. We're going to just swing our arms, lift up, and then swing the arms. I go back to that. And I want to really swing the arm like if I'm going to jump or like a ski jump or something. Lifting the hands, rotating my shoulders forward, and then lengthen all the way up. Lengthen. And nice, nice, shake it up. So we shake it up the legs. Now we're gonna go into a little bit more into a single leg workout. So we're gonna keep the left leg forward, the right leg back, and I square my hips. I'm gonna just find 50-50% in both legs. So this is 50-50. I'm in the middle, 50 in the back foot, 50 in the front foot. As I go down, I'm gonna try to lean forward to put 80% of my weight on the front leg, 20% on my back foot. And I press from the front leg back to go back to my 50-50. So I go down like I want to tie my shoelaces. I want to go to tie my shoelaces, and then I get up and I push from the front leg. Let's go. Let's do about 12 in this one. 12, 11, nice. 10, I lean forward and then I push and get up. Beautiful. So the whole weight is on the front leg. I want you to feel your quads, your hamstrings. It's okay if you fall and drop the heel, but try to stay on the ball of the foot from the right leg. I go forward and then I press up in 50-50. 80% on the front, 50-50 both legs. Nice. You're really pushing with every bone of your foot. Nice. Okay, I lost count, but this is maybe the last one. All right, good. I'm gonna stay on this leg. The difference is now I'm gonna try to find balance. So I'm going to lift the right leg, the back leg. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna go down and when I go up, try to find balance. I'm gonna go down, try to reach for the ground, and then I'm gonna get up. And this leg is long in the air. It's okay to tap the floor with your fingers so you don't fall, but try to not touch so you are really challenging all the muscles around your joints, your ankle, your knee, and your hip. All right, shake it up. Nice. Yes, good job. Let's try the other side. So again, I open in that kind of triangle. So I 50-50, back foot and front foot. And then I start going down to my shoelaces, tight, and then get up. I go down to my shoelaces. And when I'm doing this, I don't want to use too much my lower back. I want to really drop my hips. That's why I like to keep my chest up, drop the hips, and I push from the front foot. In reality, this is how we should be picking something from the floor, from the legs, from the core. feel the lower abdominals always lifting you up. You kneel forward, you grab something, and you push from your leg to pick it up. Well done. Now we put all the weight forward, we lift the back leg, and we keep trying to go down and up, down and up. Consider this also like a foot workout, because you need to make sure you're pressing with every surface of your foot, soaking up on your arches, soaking up the arches, pressing with the big toe, knuckle, pinky toe, knuckle, and heel. Bend your knee more a little bit, Rima, so that you really sink your hips low and down. Nice. All right, stand up, shake it up. Whew. We're gonna go into a wide squat. So now we turn the toes to the corners. We turn the knee to the corners. So we wanna lengthen from the inner thigh. We're gonna start going down and up. Nice and easy first. Still working on those heels, soaking on the arches, toes pointing out, and I drop my pelvis. Remember the broomstick? The broomstick is right here behind me. I'm really trying to find a long neutral spine. That's where my core is gonna start helping me. My core is gonna pull in so that I don't end up doing this. You don't wanna be here, right? This is too much arch. You want to lengthen, tuck the tailbone, feel that broomstick as you're going up and down. Pelvic floor drops and I rise. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna keep my hands down. I'm gonna reach a little bit lower. Again, I wanna pick something up. I'm gonna take it with my hands and I'm gonna push it up to the ceiling to lengthen. I bring it down to the floor and I take something and I drive up. So I'm gonna do this motion, being mindful of my lower back. I wanna just take something and lift with my arms. So I'm not doing this, common mistake. I'm trying to focus on driving from my legs, driving from my hamstrings and glutes to push the ground. And it goes down, press and lift up. Grab something, press and lift it up and back. Feel how this lengthen, bring the core even more in. Go down, lift, go down, press. Looking good. Exactly, don't use your lower back, use the power of your legs and your core, amazing. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, relax, come, shake it up. Whew. Now we're gonna do something we can do on the Wunda chair, which is actually climbing, right? So when you're climbing, you put the step and then you climb on the next level. So the way we're gonna do this is literally we're gonna get down to the knee and I'm gonna put one foot, press, get up, step, step back, get down to the knee on the floor. Lift the foot, step, press, and get up. So you are really trying, lift the knee, step, press up. We're really going into a very big step. We're trying to get up. A step. Nice. I lift the leg, I step. I'm gonna flip the camera. We're gonna start getting a little bit lower. And then you might wanna flip your camera too. But right now, just watch all the way. So I step, I press. I go down, I lift the knee, I step, and I press. I go down, I lift the knee. Here there's a little lift of the leg. And this is more challenging too. Trying to stay on the back knee. Lift, press. And take a decision to really climb up that step. Nice. Yes, looking really good, ladies. You are really putting all the intention to step yourself up in that long, big step. It's like climbing a very high mountain, very steep and high mountain. Yes, very nice. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's change legs. Again, finding the core, you find a place to push, you lift, step, and take the decision to get up. Okay? Lift, step, and you get up. Nice. You land softly, which will help you use even more muscles of the front leg. We're putting Pilates into real life practice. So next time you climb up a really, really high step, now you know how to engage every muscle in your leg, core, and the big intention to climb all the way up. Ain't no mountain high enough anymore. Looking good. Breathe in from your nose, breathe out from your mouth. Balance. Watch out for that back leg. Engage your core when you lift that knee. Yes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Whew. We're gonna stay on our knees. So you're welcome to maybe just rotate the camera a little bit lower. We're gonna stay on our knees. Now, hands on the floor, knees below the hips. We're gonna tuck the toes under. We wanna keep the knees a little gap between the mat and the knees. So we're gonna keep a little bit of a gap. We're going to extend the leg into a plank, and we bring the knee back. We extend the leg into a plank, and we bring the knee back. So if you notice, I'm not moving my hips. All I'm looking for is that movement of the big step we did before. This is you taking a big step, right? My hips are not moving. I'm just moving my thighs. Wonderful. Keeping those hips level, yes. And we're just trying to disassociate the hip and the thigh bone, trying to give them the freedom of the thigh to extend back and come back below. At the same time, we're pressing with your hands to lift the chest from the floor, locking your elbows and rotate your elbows to the outside. Nice. We're gonna hold it down here, drop the knees, and do a little bit of cat and cow stretches, releasing any tension it might have come while we're doing this. So what you don't want to do when you're in 4 points is collapse on your hands and collapse with your chest down. You never want to collapse. You're always looking for active purpose, intention to push away from the floor. And I'm talking about this right now, the shoulders and the trapezius over here. Now, this is an extra nice stretch, but when you are in 4 points, you are looking for a neutral spine. Remember this, the broomstick? So it's almost the same story. You want to keep the head, the back, and the hips on a straight line with this broomstick. So this time, again, if I'm moving, I want to extend my legs, and I don't want to move the broomstick. This is really challenging. You can try this at home, putting the broomstick on your back, and just notice that nothing is moving. Your spine is nice and straight. Your hips are always in the same place. This is your homework, okay? I really want you. Tag me on your Instagram next time you do this with a broomstick on your back, and just show me that you have really good balance, nice long spine, and a nice strong core. Yes, so there's no hunchback. It's just a nice long spine and the core engaged and the hips level. All right, take a break. Every time you need to take a break from your hands, you can just flip your hands like this, put them on the floor, and stretch the other way around. Then negotiate and play a little bit with it, rotating your fingers forward, fingers on the side. Okay, nice. You can also rotate like this and put a bit of pressure forward and back, stretching your forearms. But always listen to your body. Okay, we're gonna take a little break on the hands. We're gonna put our forearms on the ground. We're gonna try now to do a little low plank. So you start on your knees first. Again, the same story. It's a long torso. And now what I'm going to do is extend my knees and try to stay on my toes. I'm going to lift one leg, tap with the toes, lift the leg, and now flex and touch. I lift the leg pointing, tap with the foot pointing, lift with the foot pointing, flex the foot and tap down. So I go 1 and tap, I go 2 and tap, I go 3 and tap, 4 and tap. Nice, beautiful. Looking good. Now try to maintain your hips low, please. Remember the broomstick is right in your back. So it's aligning your tailbone with your spine. Yes, much better, Sarah. A little bit lower, Rima. Unless your lower back hurts too much, you're allowed to lift your hips a little higher. But the intention here is to maintain a long spine, and the lower abdominals have to really kick in. Now, when you point the toes, lengthen and then connect every muscle in your thigh. Quads, hamstrings, knee protectors, calves, everything connects when you point those toes and tap down. Come on, Sarah. Only 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. Take a little break. Come into child's pose. Whew. Good. So we're looking for that pointy leg that engages every muscle in your thigh. We're going to go into slightly tapping now in this position. We're going to keep 4 points. Now we can rest the shin and the knee onto the floor. Press with the hands, lengthen up. And here I'm going to just point the leg. What I'm going to do is just a very tiny circle with my foot. And what I'm looking for is balance. I'm going to do it this way so that you can see from the back that I'm not trying to compensate doing this. So I don't want to shift my weight to make the circle. This is really easy and it's cheating. I want to maintain the shape of my body, putting more weight on the leg that is in the air on that side. And that's challenging now my core. So show me that you can balance without compensating. Yes, looking good. Lengthen that leg, lengthen the leg in the back, point it with the toes, and just choose the size of the circle you're doing. Wonderful. Change legs. Remember, your lower back must stay neutral in this position. So it's not about the height of the circle, because then your hip will going to start rotating and might pinch your lower back. So I don't want to pinch the lower back to achieve a bigger circle. I want to maintain my lower abdominals to protect my lower back and move the thigh free around in a circle and just find access to those muscles in my obliques, those muscles in my flexors, those muscles in my glutes, thigh, everything that is helping me move that leg without compensating. Wonderful. Yes. Okay, so we go back to the first leg, but now this time I really want to open the leg. So now you're allowed to slightly open the hip as if you want to reach the screen. So what we're going to do is just rotate the hip, rotate the toes, and try to go forward. Whenever we can go, slide the leg back and reach crossing over. The trick is on the direction of your toes. So your toes are always rotating to the outside, and look at my foot is rotating also like this. So I can really reach and go across. And I go around and I go across. Now I go out and around and I go across. Nice. And again, I'm looking for that squaring of my body. Trying to keep challenging tabletop pose along the way. Looking good. Okay, let's change sides. So now there's more pressure on one side of the body. So maybe that hand, if that hand is sensitive, you can always put your knuckles. Maybe use your fist. In case your wrist hurts, use your fist. You can use a ball underneath your wrist or a towel to grip as well. So you can always stay in 4 points. And again, we're trying to let the leg be free, finding that range of motion from the hips. All right, nice. Whew. Now, for the next one, again, if you need to take a break, you can always do this, the thing we talked about, okay? We're gonna put the weight more in one side of the body, so in one hand. The other hand is gonna try to go swimming. And again, we want to disassociate the shoulder and give that shoulder that freedom. So I'm gonna be in 4 points. I'm gonna use my right arm to reach. I circle like I'm swimming, pushing the water all the way to the back, almost to my glute, and I come from the center, bending my elbow to reach again, okay? So I go and do push the circles. And I'm gonna try to channel my balance by lifting the opposite leg. And I'm gonna stay here for a while, focus on creating a lot of space. I really wanna push the water. I really wanna go forward. Open your fingers wide, rotate the palm, press. Push the water, come into the center. Push the water and come into the center. The more you activate your palms really big, the more muscles in your arms will be using, and feel it working all the way to your lats. So it's mobility plus an engagement of those muscles. Really pushing, use the muscles to push and pull. Go forward and pull, beautiful. That long back leg, breathe and engage the core to engage those obliques. Remember, that is the opposite leg of the arm that you're lifting, yeah? Yes, Rima, thank you. Now it makes much, I feel so much better, right? It's less challenging. Okay, let's change sides. Sarah's like, yes, please. Okay, so we find that swimming, that really long strike all the way, stroke to the front, push, stroke to the front, push. The water is really thick, it's really dense. So you must use a lot of muscles to push to the side. Now imagine somebody's pulling your foot in the air. So it's really lengthening that leg. I get the feeling of becoming skinnier when I pull my leg way too far. So the lower abdominals really soak into my spine. Remember to lengthen, and the broomstick is in your back, so you are not hunching or hollowing too much. All right, stop. Woo. Shake it up. Nice. Now, we're gonna just try something really quick. You're gonna sit on your heels. Now that you were pushing and having this nice effort, I want you to bring your hands close to your knees. Then slide your hands closer to your shins, somewhere in between, and then just really push the floor and see if you can just lift your knees a little bit. Just lift the knees. Yes, nice. So you start hollowing, yes, you start hollowing your abs to lift up those knees. Yes, beautiful, nice, wonderful. 5 more, exhale. And that's what I'm talking about, really engaging this core. And using a lot of power. You girls look like you can now lift your whole body. You want to try? You look like it. You look like you can lift the legs and be suspended. Yeah. All right, that was a good try. That was a good try. All right, but what am I doing this now for you? Because I really want you to feel this when you're on your backs, okay? I want you to feel this hollow, this curving in the core. So let's turn around on our backs and the feet on the ground. And so I want to put my pelvis really far away. So my pelvic floor is far away and I feel this curving, this feeling of emptiness. Something here is pressing to the floor. So when I lift my head, I'm really escaping, hollowing my neck away from my pelvic floor. I am going to walk my shoulder blades back so that I can really extend the center. And notice how here now, try to just curl up a little bit and come down. Curl up and come down. So this is really coming from my rectus abdominals. Now think about your elbows lifting you up towards the ceiling, not towards your knees. So you don't want to look at your knees. You want to try to go right up, vertical. Elbows go up and shoulders go down. Elbows go up and shoulders go down. And feel that hollow sensation. And this hollow comes from here. To make it even more challenging, try to keep a little blueberry gap between your lower back and the floor, but keep pressing your core towards the ground. Feel this when you exhale, that everything is soaking in, like a balloon that is deflating. Like a racing, like a grape that becoming a racing, really dehydrating and bringing every muscle in the core in. Nice. All right, take a break. Good. Now we're going to do the same with the legs long. And the key here is to keep your heels together and your thighs facing each other. Okay, so we're gonna again notice how when you do this, there's a little gap in your lower back, and it will stay there. I want you to keep it so you can really drop the pelvic floor down between your thighs. Now you're gonna grab again your head. You're gonna lift again, walk your shoulders back and away from your hips. And here, try to lift again. But remember, your thighs are together. You're squeezing your thighs together, your knees together. Nose inhale, mouth exhale, and I'm going up. I'm going up with my elbows, not to my knees, but to the ceiling. Elbows and armpits are trying to go up. This will lift my head easier. Yes, looking good. Keeping your thighs together, really connecting in. Yes. Now, as you keep them together, let's challenge lifting one leg and then the other leg, okay? One leg up and then the other leg up. Reaching with the foot, nice. Reaching with the foot. So this crunch is not about going in and tight. It's about opening and lifting, feeling this getting longer and then pressing down. So in reality, what I'm doing, I'm pulling my head in this direction. I'm pulling my head there and I'm pulling my leg there. So I'm going out of my body. Feel that. You're going out of your center. Nice, take a break. Woo. Well done. We're gonna focus only on the legs. And I'm gonna put the hands closer to the glutes or in a way that you can always be pressing with your forearms and hands, elbows, shoulders, everything is pressing down. I'm gonna lengthen my legs, keep that lower back natural, neutral, with a berry or strawberry underneath. And what I'm going to do is lift one leg wherever I can lift it without rotating my pelvis. So I don't want to squeeze my lower back. I want to keep my neutral spine. This is the highest I can go. I'm going to change the leg and I'm going to change the leg. I'm going to keep going like this, scissor kicking, boom, 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 a little quicker. And I'm tapping the floor. And right now I'm pushing the floor with my shoulders so that I don't need to use my neck. I don't want to use my head. I don't want to use my neck. All I'm using is my arms pressing down, my tailbone nice located on the floor, my lower back with a neutral spine, and I'm just moving the legs, trying to keep them as straight as possible, reaching, 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 reaching. With the ball of the foot, with the big toe knuckle, lengthen so you can feel your inner thighs. Really lengthen that leg. Yes, Sarah, keep going, Sarah. Can you feel the muscles in the legs active? Come on, Rima. Come on, Sarah. Come on, ladies. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone in this one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Woo. That was good. Okay, so now we're going to connect that muscle filling with the upper body muscles filling in the whole rectus abdominis, and that's the hundreds. So the idea of the hundreds is to lengthen those legs, separate a little gap of your legs from the floor, reach with the shoulders, but in this lengthen, I'm looking for that active long, lower abdominals, upper abdominals, all the way in. Can you feel it? So here, when I've reached for the hundreds, and I want to start just maybe tapping here, I can start going a little bit like this, but I keep my heels together, my thighs together, inner thighs on fire. And I'm gonna see if I can lift my legs off the floor a little bit. Come on, legs off the floor, reach up. My shoulders are going up, are not going so much in, but I'm going up to lift my head. Nice. And there we go, ladies. Yes. Neutral spine, lengthen that core, feel that curving. Sarah, Sarah. I'm so happy we kept the cameras on. Come on. Yes, yes, let's go. Inner thighs together, squeezing those thighs, lengthening the legs away from you. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well done. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit of sideways to give you a break for the rectus abdominals. We're gonna start acting our obliques. So now the hands go up and they open wide onto the side, really wide, and I'm always pressing on the floor, pressing my hands, my shoulders, my back. So I keep my back there, my knees up, and I'm gonna start just dropping from side to side. And I like to make a reference of a clock. If your knees on the front and the center is 12 o'clock, you want to start going 12:30 to 11:30, 11:30 to 12:30, then maybe 11 to 1, then maybe going 10:30 to 1:30, maybe 10 to 2. And as we start becoming challenging, not to lift the shoulders from the floor. You're always pressing your shoulders into the ground. Shoulders really into the ground, pressing with the elbows, pressing with the pinky finger. And your knees are dropping sideways. Now access those diagonal muscles from the rib cage sideways into your hips. Sideways and making a cross reference from left to right and from right to left. And those are the ones lengthening and contracting. Lengthen and contracting at the same time. Okay, now I'm gonna make this a little bit more challenging by extending the legs. So we keep the legs up and we drop from one side and we lift and we drop to another side. This is not about lower back flexibility. You don't have to struggle to go super deep. I'm happy if you just move side to side, feeling the muscles right here in X. These are the muscles that need to be acting in this position, okay? Okay, now bend the knees, take a little break. Whew. What we're going to do now, we're going to do a circle, and I'm going to show it to you from here. So my arms are open, my legs are up. I'm going to drop to the right, make a circle to the ground, come back from the left and to the center. I'm going to drop to the left, circle all the way down, return from the right. And again, I'm trying to do this with my inner thighs glued to each other, my heels glued to each other, and looking for that big circle. Now, can you show me? Exactly. We go in one direction, and then we change direction. Yes. So watch out for those shoulders. You don't want the shoulders to be lifted. That means the range is too big for your shoulders. You really want to push the ground with the arms. You really want to push the ground with those arms. Yes, maybe the legs don't have to make a big of a circle. Maybe the legs can do a smaller circle, but keep your shoulders always pressing down. Okay, now check this out. We're gonna keep the legs on one side. Again, don't go that deep. Maybe just stay 35 degrees. You can look at me on the camera, and both of my shoulders are connected and my knees are bent. So I'm already challenging one side of my body. Here, I'm going to push the legs away and I'm gonna bring the knees back in. I push the legs away and I bring, but I'm not falling on my side. I'm really open on my chest, pressing and extend. I bend the knees and I extend. I bend the knees close and I extend. And I'm really trying to push something to the corner. The best feeling you are looking for is on the extension. Oh, reach on the extension, reach, 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 and then pull back from the glutes. Reach, the top leg is even longer than the bottom leg, and pull back. Nice. Reach that corner in your room with the toes and pull them back. Look for that extension. Enjoy the extension of the muscle so you can contract them back. Beautiful. Okay? Now we're going to add something. Don't hate me yet. Extend there. When you come back, you're going to try to grab the foot. Yes? And then open the leg and reach. Come up. Yes, grab the foot and then extend and reach. Only with the opposite hand. So if your legs are on the right side, you grab with the left. If your legs are on the right side, you only use the left. Yes. Opening diagonal, big, big diagonal, and then crunch in. Yeah, beautiful. Finding those angles, those diagonal lines, that's the aim. So now connecting from the armpit all the way to the hip. You look like you're feeling it. I like it. Awesome. All right, let's do everything from the other side. So now you're gonna see how, when I use my other side, one glute is in the air, one glute is in the ground. And I'm looking for that extension of the legs, long extension, and my shoulder stays glued, nailed on the floor. I bend the knees and I extend. I bend the knees and I extend. I'm always keeping this glute up, my long obliques open, my shoulder pressing on the floor. In and out, in and out. Reaching for that corner. What do you have in your room there? A drawer? What do you have there? Is there a lamp? Look for that target. Reach for the toes with that. Oh. Extend, reach, find that extension, and then recoil back. Extension and recoil the muscle. Choose your level, challenge yourself. And come back, really touch that. Is that the light switch of the room? Try to switch the light off. Reaching with that toe. Okay, so now we're gonna reach with the hand. When we come in, I lift my arm, I come in a little diagonal, and I open again. I reach only with this hand, and I extend again. Extension, extension. What's the magic word? Extension, reach, and down, and extend, reach, open, and contract. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Looking good, ladies. Feel that line of your body extending, reaching. Five. Reach, reach. Four. Make the legs heavy. The longer, make them heavier. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, so we did rectus abdominals, we did obliques, we did a bit of the legs. We're gonna focus on the back muscles now for our posture. So you can look at my shirt, how it's making a nice X mark. So that's kind of the contraction we want to feel, but we don't wanna make it too tight. We wanna keep it open. So it's more like downwards, yes? It's like down towards the floor than inwards. So you don't wanna end up crunching too much that you end up with your neck contracted. You're looking for a lengthening, right? So your neck is lengthened up and these muscles are going down. So lie down on the floor on your belly. Here, and here what we're gonna do is gonna go with your arms forward, open the shoulder blades. I'm gonna scratch the floor, pulling the elbows back, but I'm lifting my neck and lengthening to the front, lengthening far away. And I come down to the floor. Let's keep the legs long back and fixed. So I'm not using my lower body. I'm just using my upper body. I'm pulling back and towards my hips. Like I'm scratching the floor, like I want to scratch the floor with the nails. I'm pulling the elbows back, or cactus arms. Think about cactus arms. I reach like a superhero and I pull like a cactus. Nice. Right now, we just focus on the X mark right here. Think about these muscles. We're not going so far to the lower back yet. We just want to focus on this side of the body. So bring those shoulder blades and those shoulders back and on the side, back and on the side. Later on, we're going to go for lower back. Okay, we're going to stay here. We're going to open the arms. You can use your fingertips. If you have lower back pain, assist yourself with your fingertips on the floor. If not, keep your hands up, arms activated, hands activated. Here we're going to do a little bit of that, up and down. Now we're going down to the lower back or mid back muscles. Now this is about that lower back helping you lift that extra height, or keeping your fingers down and push the ground. Yeah, this is an option if you have lower back pain, but keep moving the spine. Okay, nice. Now from here, when I take a break on the back, you can put your hands below your forehead. And when I take it to the legs and the glutes, hamstrings, and a little bit of lower back. We're gonna go for flutter kick. So point your toes, lift the heels and toes from the floor, lengthen the legs. Nice. Now, who doesn't have nephews or nieces and you just want to sing baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. The longer the legs, the better. Then try to switch onto your hamstrings and legs muscles to keep swimming. The freedom of the legs, and then you start feeling a sensation in the glutes. It's a natural grip, not over gripping, a natural grip in the glutes. And then it takes in the lower back. Now from here, we're gonna connect, keep swimming. We're gonna bring the arms on the side. We're gonna lift up again. And we're gonna go for this swimming. Remember, we press back, we slide the hands forward, we reach and we push back. Let's go back to that swimming we did at the beginning of the class. Open wide, push the water, swing from the center, open lift, swing from the center. Now lengthen the neck, lengthen the back of the neck up as we're doing this. We're gonna get there, we're gonna get there. We keep doing this, we're gonna be ready for the summer. Whenever they open the beach again, we're gonna be the fastest. All right, take a break. Nice job. Woo. We're not done yet. We're gonna do something like active stretches. So we're gonna go into a plank. And in this plank, the active stretch is to actually lengthen the hip, open the hip, but activate the spine. So it's a stretch where you just lift one leg and allow it to stretch the front line of your body, stretch the other side. It's a stretch of the hip, a stretch on the front line of the body. Okay, now we're gonna just round the spine and pull back. This is a variation of the elephant in the reformer. So in the elephant, we like to really round, hollow, walk your feet closer until your heels can touch the ground. Round your spine and open each vertebra. Whew. Open the hamstrings, nice. So you keep your feet and your hands on the floor, nice and connected. Just walk a little bit your heels. When you start feeling that little push or kick on your hamstrings, like you would do in the reformer, when you're moving the reformer with your foot like this, just find that glide on the heels back until you feel that lengthen in the back, okay? And we come back to the plank. What we're going to do is, look, the front leg starts going and starts twisting, 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 and then I reach. In one point, I'm really balanced, then I can tap the floor and stretch. Nice, yes, keep going, yes, wonderful. Feel that long, long stretch. The hand comes down first. The hand comes down, look at the floor, and the leg is the last thing that comes back. Whew. On the side, lift the leg, reach on the side, reach, 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 find that balance, lengthen, stretch, open. Whew. Feels good to be alive. With the hand down, lift up, and drop. Whew. Nice. Good job, ladies. How are you? Let me take now the mic off. I'll let you unmute, and I'd be happy to hear your feedback. Are you okay?
That wasn't so easy.
Thank you so
That
much.
wasn't so easy.
No.
Okay.
That was a lot of engagement.
Any comments about if any pain, anything that you felt like on my wrist or something?
No, just burning in my core.
It was very nice. It was very energizing, good for the morning.
Yeah.
Right now.
All
But
right.
it was,
Nice.
I wasn't able to cheat because you could see everything.
Exactly. That's a good thing. I can still see it. Like, I'm seeing
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
ladies, thank you very much for coming. See you next week, same time, anytime. And remember, there's also HEAT and other classes. Thank you for joining Body Tree and staying with us.
Thanks a lot. Bye.